Welcome to Kawaii Craft. Today I'm doing a video on Brewmaster Beer Brewing Simulator. One thing this game does not go over in this tutorial is your equipment. You will unlock recipes in the game and have little competitions and stuff you need to do. And for these recipes, you will need, let's see, like it'll say you need a mash tun, and you'll have to do a mash out and things like that. Well, that does not tell you how to do that. So I'll show you what you need to do. If you don't have these items, you can just buy them in the shop, but let's see, here's your brewing containers. Let's grab me a large pot. Okay, and then here you have your mash tuns. Let's grab a large one of those. Then you have your fermentation containers. Conditioning containers. I'm gonna grab an oak. No, I'll grab a keg instead. Then right here you have your tubes and pumps. Let's get a large pump. We'll need 2 tubes. And then here you have your coolers and for heating. I will use a large immersion coil. Okay, we'll set down my items. Oh, come on, there's gotta be space. Set my keg down here. Fermentation. Put my mash tun over here. And if you have a large steel pot, they will not fit on top of your kitchen hob. So, what you will need to do is you will need a portable gas burner. And let's grab a large heat mat. While we're at it. Okay, I'm not going to follow a specific recipe or anything. I'm just going to put random stuff in here. Okay, now remove our lid. Place that there. We'll connect a tube to your pump. Okay, your outtake, you'll connect the tube to this. For your pump, pick up this tube. Uh-oh, the other side of things on this side. Let's see if I can get it. No, okay, I have to set this down. Pick up our pump, let's replace it. Okay. Now connect our outtake to the pot. Now we'll connect the intake to your tap. Okay, we'll open the tap. And down here in the corner of your screen, let's see where it says turn the pump on. Alright, you'll turn it on. And it quickly fills this for you. I'm not going to make a specific recipe, so I'm just going to grab some random things out of here. Let's see. Now we'll grab a base malt. We'll just grab a pound of that and a pound of that. And I'll just set them down. And I'm not going to bother with anything, just grab a yeast. Just so I can show you how to use the equipment. Okay, now let's turn this on. Okay, close our tap. Turn off our pump. I'm going to disconnect our tubes. Okay. Let's put our water there to heat. You know what? While it's there, I'll just grab some. Let's just grab a base malt. Just throw this in here. Like I said, I'm not following a recipe, just want to show you equipment, so whatever you do, do not make this because this is not a recipe in any way. Usually the temperature needs to get to be about 212. Okay, well, while that's heating up, we're going to remove the lid on our mash tun. We'll grab our malts, pour them in there. Now this one, it usually, this premium one is insulated, so it usually keeps your mix you got going in there warm, but it'll still cool down a little bit. Well, this is taking a while. You actually can speed up time by pressing the T button, and you can scroll through that. And let's fast forward time till it gets to 212. Okay. Now we're going to pick this up, take it to our mash tun. We're going to pour it in. You don't pour in the entire thing, but Usually your recipe will say, you know, I got a 26 gallons. It may say pour in 20 gallons. So sometimes I put a little more than that. We want to put this back on the burner to keep it warm. Okay, we're going to put our lid on the mash tun. And it'll show our temperature. It's at 210. Now, fast forward time, and you see the temperature drops. Your recipe will tell you to keep it at a constant temperature. So let's say if your constant temperature needs to be at 200 right here. And while you're waiting for your mash to finish, if it drops below that, we'll open up our lid, grab some of this water, and pour it in there until it's about 200 degrees. So just pour a little bit in there at a time. Still need a little more. It's at 96. Oops, wrong button. Well, I didn't have enough water in there to heat it back up, but you get it. Okay, then once that's done, you'll have to do what is called the mash out, which is if you have any water left in here, I would suggest pouring it in there until it goes to the top. Then you want to take you some tubes, one up, and you can connect it to the tap or just connect it straight up from the top here. But the tap's the better idea. Let's connect that, put it in your pot, and we'll open that. See, it just slowly drains in there. If you want, you can just remove the lid, pick this up, and pour it into there. You can do the tubes or do it this way. Either one, it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll put that back. And usually a recipe will tell you to add something else to the mix. And heat it up. But what I want to do is, no, we're going to use this heating mat first. Okay, forgot what I was going to say here. Okay. Your heating mat works by, put it down. Okay, you set a temperature on there, and usually if you're fermenting containers, it'll say, you know, keep it at like the 68 degrees. Keep it at that for like 30 days. But sometimes they need to be hotter or cooler. So you can set the temperature. You can increase it and decrease it. And then put your fermentation container on top of that, and it'll keep it at that temperature. Okay, let's take the top off this. I'm going to pick this up. Whoops. We're going to pour it in there. Let's see. There's my yeast. We're going to add that to it. Okay. Then just attach our lid. We'll go over here to our calendar and say we'll ferment it for, usually the average it says about 21 days. Let's just do 22. Okay, and then you can, see, grab your tubes. Okay, let's let that drain into your keg. Oops, did not mean to do that, I meant to open it. Okay, and if you can use pumps and stuff to speed up the process. Let's turn this off. Oh, there's actually something I forgot to mention that we'll do real quick. Where'd my other tube go? Okay, well, I lost a tube here. Oh, it's right there. Okay, so we'll just do it this way. Just connect it straight to the tap. Now speed up time. Okay, now something I forgot to tell you how to do is after you do your mash out or whatever you want to do, before you put something in the fermentation container, what you need to do, it speeds time up till we get that to a hot temperature. It's heating up awfully slowly. Oh, because I didn't turn it on. Oh, that was smart of me. Okay, now speed up time. I had a blind moment there. Okay, now what I forgot to mention was, if you're not mashing this out, or after you mash it out, whatever you're going to do with it, before you put it into the fermentation container, you're going to need to cool it. And let's get your immersion coil. We're going to place that inside. You're going to need your tube. Connect it to the intake. And then we'll connect it to the sink. And then this tube right here we're done using. Connect that to the outtake and do the little drain down here. Okay, then we'll turn the sink on. And as water flows through that, it cools it down. Give it time. And you get it cooled down to whatever temperature you want. I'll just leave it at that. And for our keg here, it has a CO2 tank. It's where you can set different pressures and your carbonation. Say you have a challenge or quest that says you need to have a certain carbonation. So what you'll do is, here you have your target carbonation. Let's say mine's 2. Set the 2.5. Okay, is it set? No. I'll get it doing that. Okay. We'll just leave that for however many days. As you see, your carbonation's at 2.5. And that should be how you use all of your tools. Heating pad, the kegs, the foils, tons, all of that. Alright, thank you for watching Kawaii Craft.